All right, welcome back. This week we're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, you're welcome. So this week we're doing Event Horizon. So I want to let it go off the bat. This is the first time I watched this movie. It came out in 1997, directed by is it Paul W.S. Anderson?
Yeah, it's Paul Anderson.
Yes, Paul
I don't think
Anderson,
it's.
right?
I didn't think
Yeah,
it had an initial on it, but yeah, Paul Anderson.
yeah, but that's another. Oh, no, that's Wes Anderson. I'm thinking about somebody else. But Paul Anderson.
Yeah, Paul Anderson did this.
It wasn't until I watched this movie, right? Then I realized, like, oh, you know what? All these shots that he does, like the way that he tells a story, right? I can see why they picked him for Resident Evil. And I also want to say I should have watched this first before I watched Resident Evil. I would probably appreciate Resident Evil even more because the way that he did horror, right, in this science fiction film was really good. But except that this movie flopped at the box office.
Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't see it at the theater. I saw it when it came. I can't remember when I saw it. I saw it a long time ago. I saw it in the '90s,
Oh, you did?
but I can't. I don't think I saw it in '97. I had to. I saw it in '97, '98, and '99. I saw it in the '90s, the late '90s. I remember seeing. I rented it. Of
Did
course.
you? Well, did you get it on DVD? Because this is the time when DVD was just starting to get popular, right?
Yes, I did. I saw it on DVD because I have it on DVD. So,
Oh,
and that's the
okay.
only way I saw it. So I said I have to take it back. I didn't rent it. Apparently, I bought it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm sure I didn't see it in '97. I'm sure I
Cause,
saw it like
cause
'99.
Cody told me to watch this a long time ago, dude. Like
Oh,
like
did he?
20
Yeah, I
years
watched the
later.
shit. I watched
20.
it. The funny thing is, I watched it a long time ago, and I forgot how it ended.
Oh, okay.
So I watched it again, and I was like, I'm like, I had to watch it again, or I wouldn't be able to talk about it because like I don't remember
Yeah,
how it
I'm
ends.
so glad you watched it again. And like, this is my first time seeing it, right? And like,
What's funny though, it doesn't remind. It seems like it's a different movie to me.
oh, it does. How do you mean? Like,
Yeah,
well,
in a
how did you
way. Well,
remember it?
I don't remember. I remember it being a little more like Hellraiser or something like that. But this time I was like,
Oh, like Hellraiser in space, like the fifth one.
yeah. Well, I didn't really see it. It's like
so,
I
so
don't think anybody did.
So this is one of those times I watch a really old trailer before I watch this movie, right?
Yeah.
And just from the trailer, it seems like this is like an alien movie, but it's different because it's not dealing with a creature. This is
Yeah,
more
there's no
like
creature. This is actually like this is supernatural in a way.
supernatural, yes.
I mean, I'd say this is. I'm not gonna say this is the first movie of its kind, but this is the first major movie of its kind because I mean, like everything. If it usually was a space deal, they're dealing with some alien, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now if they got a spaceship that folds time with space and they jump like a wormhole basically, and instead they go to like hell.
You see, I like that. Like they explain that in the space time continuum where you flow the space and then you go to
Yeah,
point A
follow
and
the
point
time, which
B.
they've been told it a lot, hundreds of times. Basically, it's a wormhole though.
Right, because it reminds me of
And
Thor because they
layman, as they're
explained
trying to
that.
say, what's layman's term in English? Yeah, it's a wormhole. Okay.
It's a
Remember that guy's
wormhole.
yelling, "Hey, what is it? What are you talking about?"
That guy is
And by
so
the way,
funny.
it's Sam Neill. Sam Neill's in this, Mr. Jurassic Park.
Yes.
And the funny thing, I forgot all the actors in it. All I could remember was Morpheus. Okay.
Yeah, Morpheus, Laurence
I don't
Fishburne.
even
And
remember Sam Neill being in it. That's the same. That's the sad thing. I didn't remember all these actors. And it had a lot of actors because you know that one of the English mechanic guy, well, the
Jason
pilot of the ship.
Isaacs.
No,
Oh,
Jason Isaacs is in this too.
yeah.
Jason Isaacs, I'm going to point out, is in Star Trek now.
Oh, he is.
Yes, he was a captain of a starship.
Oh, wait, right now or which series? Because I'm not familiar.
Oh, okay, it's in Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, Discovery. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he was like the kind of. I think he's the evil captain. I didn't see all that, but even though he's a captain, I mean, I like Jason Isaacs, but this
I
is
do
back then
too.
before I knew him. This is back before I knew who he
Oh,
was.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I didn't know who any of these actors were except for
For
Morpheus. Because
Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, Morpheus. And it's so
I
funny.
mean,
We keep
Laurence
saying
Fishburne is
Morpheus.
on it. I know because I love that because that's who he was at this time.
Yeah, well, this is before The Matrix.
Yeah, but I think I saw this.
Morpheus.
I didn't see this until after the Matrix. I know
Yeah,
I
you know
didn't see
what?
this
You're
movie.
right.
I didn't see this movie until after the Matrix.
Yeah, well, yeah, me neither. I didn't see this movie until after all the
Let
Matrixes.
me put it this way: by the time I was watching this movie, I was watching like this, Biker Boys, and all the stuff with Laurence Fishburne. After that, but before that, it was like who's all these other guys? But then I noticed one of the guys is the plays the butler on Gotham, Bruce Wayne's butler,
Oh, the
Alfred
TV
Pennyworth,
show.
the
Yes,
pilot. Yeah,
the pilot. Yes.
Yeah, and because there was I think her name's Joey Richardson, which is an English actress.
Was
And
it
then
the
there was
lieutenant?
yeah, the lieutenant or the second commander. Yeah,
Yeah.
then Kathleen. Yeah, I mean there was a lot of pretty well known people in there now. I mean,
Well,
I can
yeah,
watch it
right
back.
now, back
It's
then
like,
this
huh,
is a science fiction
do you
thing.
get away from dinosaurs and you go all the way into a spaceship that takes you to hell and back?
I can't even remember this if this is after Jurassic Park 3.
I
Like,
don't know. That doesn't really
I
matter.
don't think it matters though.
It
But like,
doesn't matter.
but
It's
I
a
know
whole
Sam
different.
Neill. Like, I forgot he was in a different horror movie that like, so he know how to play this actor. I mean, like this character, right?
Yeah,
He's possessed.
you already know he's kind of off his rocker when he shows up on the ship
Well,
anyway.
was he off because he's a man of science, so he doesn't believe in the possession of
Oh,
spirits,
he was
right?
already sick though. He was sick before he got on the spaceship. Come on, look at the nightmares he was having.
Oh, you know what? I
And
didn't
the thing
count.
is, yeah, with his wife, who starts off, you keep seeing, this
He's the
guy,
first one.
his girlfriend. Yeah, it's like, yeah, because as soon as the ship comes back, he starts having nightmares. Because you
Oh,
know why? Because the ship. You got to remember
once
the ship. We forget it's the ship that is the creature.
yeah, it's the whole ship is the one that's possessed.
Yeah, the ship is possessed now, and he is the creator of the ship. So automatically, the ship's going to call him to bring more people. Because
Oh,
most likely he sent all those people through, and
so
then it's like, hey, send me some more.
so Event Horizon, which is the ship, is
So
is
basically,
the
the Event
haunted house in
Horizon,
space,
exact. Well, let's put it this way: it's the ghost ship in space.
ghost
Because you
ship in
always,
space.
they always have ghost ships on Earth. There was always stories of ghost ships on Earth.
So why don't
Haunted
we do it in
ships.
space where you can't
So they
just
did in space.
where
Yep.
you can just walk outside?
Yep.
Oh man.
So yeah.
No, I mean like
So
if,
yeah.
even in the beginning of the movie, like they even try and give you those little scares, like right off the bat of
Yeah,
the movie.
yeah, they did. That's a lot of little sounds and jumps, especially when he starts to shave himself. You think you're going to cut his neck.
Yes.
But, I mean, but the thing is, I was waiting for the whole movie to tell me that his wife was part of the crew.
Yeah, his
So I
wife
was
was
like,
part of the crew.
no, she wasn't part of the crew.
She wasn't. Then
No, his wife was never part of the crew.
so
He
what was
worked
she?
really hard. It was his wife. She was just his wife on wherever he lived. And the whole point of the story
Oh,
was he worked so hard on building that spaceship and never paid any attention to her. She went and committed suicide.
yeah, that's what I got too. Like she committed suicide.
Yeah, so she committed suicide at his house.
Oh, it's so confusing. I thought she was part of the crew the whole
Yeah, that's
time.
what I thought too. And she turned out she wasn't. So the ship can get you anywhere.
Oh,
Because remember,
yeah.
what's it? Kathleen Kennedy's. What's her name? Is that Kathleen Kennedy? Was that the actress or something?
I don't
Anyway, the
think
one that had
so.
the son. The one that had the
Oh yeah,
son.
the boy. Yes,
Yeah, it wasn't Kathleen Kennedy. 'Cause it was
that's from Star Wars.
yeah, that's Star Wars producer. I forgot who this is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but whoever
we
the
should get
act.
the actress's name correct.
I'm gonna look. Holly. No, that's not it. Let's see. What's the
Her
first?
name was Kathleen in
Kath-
real life. I don't know
Oh,
what her character.
Kathleen Quinlan as Peter. She's the
Oh,
medical.
Quinlan. Yeah.
Yeah, Quinlan.
Well, anyways, she's the one that had the son, and he wasn't on the spaceship.
No, it's because they get their possession and
Yeah.
they keep seeing things. They keep you can't call
Oh,
it
they all see
hallucination, right? Like
Oh
it's,
no, yeah. Well, I guess it's in their head, so
it's
it's
in the head.
hallucination in a way. But
So yeah, you're right. Sam Neill's character was the first one. As soon as he went to that that water sleep, right? And then right about he's about to wake up, he's already having like nightmares.
yeah,
Yes.
he's already crazy.
He was the first one. You're right. Like I didn't even put that together. I thought he was just dreaming. Like he had a bad dream. But then the more I see it now, like the way that you explained it, like oh my gosh, it just
Yeah.
starts right off the bat. And
So,
I did
yeah.
like the space travel. I guess they taking off from Earth, right? I'm assuming they never said they just on a mission.
Yeah, because the space station says low Earth orbit, so
And they
apparently
also said
leave.
they were on leave, so I'm assuming it was like
They're about to be. Yeah, they're supposed to take leave.
yeah leave like
So it's kind of
like a
it's kind of like
holiday.
Alien. So in a way, it's kind of like the first Aliens movie because all those people are coming back, and then they have to get turned around to go to this.
Yeah,
mission
just
get
to
killed.
yep, like
And
they got
only-
sidetracked.
And if anybody hasn't watched it, I'm gonna ruin it for you. 3 people survived.
Yeah, this one has 3 people survive. And
No.
at the end when
Maybe.
Laurence Fishburne, I thought he sacrificed himself.
He did.
But
He died.
oh,
Fishburne
that's right.
died,
Yeah, Fishburne's down. He let the lieutenant and the guy who was fixing the spaceship.
Yeah.
The one with the coffee joke. Hey, you want something
Right.
dark black
Yeah.
and inside you? That's so great. That remind me of Aliens too. They had a joke kind of like a sexual reference like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
About
that's
eating.
Probably, I'm sure they were fans of Aliens when they did because the spaceship. Look at the spaceship. Doesn't look like anything NASA would build.
No. It's very well. The Event Horizon is a space station. I want to say because it's so huge.
It's a spaceship. It's a spaceship.
But everything's spaceship because it flows
It's
in.
a starship.
It's
It's
in
a
space.
starship. It's not that big. It's little probably compared to a lot of other things.
Ah.
I mean, a lot of it kind of reminds me of the spaceship you saw in the movie version of Lost in Space.
That like the was it the 2000s version?
Yeah.
With William Hurt. William Hurt is in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
I think I only seen that movie once too. We need to go back and visit.
We need to do that one.
I might seen twice.
I actually liked that movie. I saw it at the theater.
Yeah, I probably seen it twice, like one in the theater and one when it came out on video. Yeah. I remember buying it.
I'm not gonna say it's the greatest movie ever made, but yeah, it was all right. I thought it was pretty interesting. I like anything in space, so I naturally can watch it.
I do too. It's just so crazy.
I mean, I don't normally watch space horror movies, but I guess I will now. But there's not really a lot of them.
You know, at the because
most space horror movies suck, to be honest.
Well, I want to say that too.
Well, they're usually cheap made. Or we should just say that a lot of them are lower budget.
Well, a lot of horror films are lower budget, but when you put like science fiction to it, it's a higher budget because you gotta show all that. Because they did the anti-gravity thing for a while too, and then they showed that younger kid go into what it looks like a black hole at the time because we didn't know what it was.
Well, Well, we're talking about that. What is up with that? Okay. You see this thing spinning. It stops. It looks like liquid. Would you really go up there and put your hand in it?
Why not? You know, I'm not. Well, this is 2046, right?
Let me tell you this. Yeah, but everybody on the ship's dead. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go put my. There's all these people who have died, but I'm gonna go stick and they're missing, and I'm gonna go stick my hand in this portal.
Okay, so
tell somebody else to do
I want to rebuttal that real quick. You said. They thought everybody died, right? But when the Dr. Sam Neill explained it, like they weren't sure, like, hey, we got a signal. This is what it's from. So maybe there is life. That's why we're going there to research. Yeah. You know, to see what's going on. Maybe they did the I guess the what is it, the space-time hole cut through thing, and then it works.
Yeah, but as an engineer, that guy should know. Don't put your hands in stuff.
Hands and stuff.
I mean, come on.
Either you come out really bad, or you end up being a superhero.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a guy. He's like a guy who should know better to stick his fingers in certain things. It's just
he read too many Fantastic Fours. So I was like, you know what? What if I'm the first one?
But the funny thing is, he's like almost the first victim in the movie, but he's the guy that spies at the very end.
Yes.
Well, not in really good shape.
With a kid, right? Yeah, but like,
yeah,
he, you know, when the strange things start happening to him, I didn't think he was possessed at first. Like, you know, he goes outside.
Yeah, when he goes in the airlock and tries to shoot himself out of the airlock.
Yeah, he did the airlock. He tried to get himself outside without a spacesuit on.
Yeah, he was trying to get off the ship. Is what he's trying to do.
It was pretty intense the whole way. Like the suspense has really got me like keep watching every minute of it, you know. And then the next thing, the video footage. Like I had to rewatch that and trying to watch it in slow mo or like pause it so I could see what they were watching. I'm like, oh my god, they were having an orgy at one point.
No, they weren't. No,
I don't know what they were doing, but it looks like they were having an orgy.
No, they were. They were ripping each other's eyes out. Yeah, they were pulling each other's eyes out and ripping their arms out of sockets and stuff. They were murdering each other. Is what they're doing. Man, I mean, you should know this from some of the Star Trek. Oh yeah, you haven't got to Next Generation yet.
I have not.
Where the crews sometimes on starships just kill each other.
Yes. Oh, really?
Oh yeah, this is kind of like a rougher version of Star Trek in a way.
So is it
a Star Trek episode?
So is it like a stretch level thing that they thought they might happen though? Because remember when they said like, hey, this is what I saw, right? When the kid got hurt, the guy trying to explain it like, looks like it's nothing, and it's just like some kind of liquid. He went through it, and he came back and it was all messed up. And then the doctor wouldn't want to believe it because he's a man of science. He read to believe that he's crazy.
Oh, I think he had another motive, and that's why he didn't believe.
Oh, you think he had another motive?
Oh, he already knew something went wrong.
But he just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, because each time they asked him, so he didn't ever, like everybody else would say all the hallucinations they saw, he would never tell anybody his hallucinations. Because remember, he was in there fixing that circuit board, and his wife appeared?
Yes.
His wife appeared to him several times. He never tells anybody else.
No, right?
And every time that he even when he was when he was on the bridge of the ship, remember the door starts bending in and stuff. He tries to go up there to open the door to let it in.
Yes. Well, I thought he was possessed. At that moment, he was possessed, right?
He tries to go up there, let the door open. As soon as it opens,
because he's part of the ship.
He pretty much tells everybody else that they're crazy, and he's like, "Oh, it was just the door creaking because of the pressure and stuff." which he
Huh.
already knew it wasn't. So he kept lying.
Oh, okay. So I see it differently. He just didn't want to
Well, I'm
believe
sure he
it.
was possessed. No, I think he believed it. He just know he was already told that he needed to get a crew for that ship.
Huh.
So he's trying to get
Interesting.
everybody on that ship. That's what he wants.
So he is the antagonist.
Yes, he is the possessed evil guy.
Yeah, we
Who is
never
the
get
villain?
to
Well, I mean,
see.
we already know he's a villain because at the end the ship even brings it back after he's been blown out of the front window.
Oh yeah.
Which is funny because the front windows look cross.
Oh yes, I noticed that too. The front window's across, which is really strange.
I mean, that
And
ship is ugly. The only people that I can see, the only alien race that live on a ship like this is probably like Klingons or something. Because this is just what it looks
oh,
like.
so you want to put Star Trek into this?
I'm going to put a lot of Star Trek because this movie's made by Paramount, by the way.
Oh, that's right. It is. Oh,
And
that's right.
Paramount almost didn't put this movie out because a lot of the executives are like, "We're the company that makes Star Trek, and we're going to put out a horror-based movie."
Oh,
They were afraid it would tarnish Star Trek's
I
image.
watch the 10 things about you, right? They also gave the deadline of like, yeah, you gotta complete this movie in 10 months, like shooting, planning, and even pre-production, and to release is 10 months. So Paul Anderson was put on a lot of pressure and stress
Yeah,
just
I
to
bet
get
he
this
felt
out in
like
time.
going through a black hole and disappearing too.
Yeah. And also, like, I guess we only saw this is only like an hour and a half movie, right?
Yeah,
Like only 96 minutes or something.
yeah. It
And
was only an hour and 36 minutes.
yeah, and like the original cut, it was supposed to be over like 2 hours.
Oh, really?
But then they said
I
it was
didn't want
too
to see. I wouldn't
long.
want to. Yeah, I
But
wouldn't
then
want to saw
what
it.
if the scenes that out there, right, explains more of like what we're supposed to see.
I'm sure it had
You know,
more scary jokes
it's
and
kind of
stuff.
like the Snyder cut. I want to see the Anderson cut. But
I don't
then,
want to see the Anderson cut.
but you know
I'm
what?
like,
This movie flopped so much, we'll probably like this is the only version that we're gonna get.
hey, I'm happy with it.
You know?
An hour and
Oh, I
30
was too.
minutes. That's all I can stand. I got
I
no.
want to say the ending didn't disappoint. At the same time, like I wish
But
there
it
was
wasn't.
more.
Yeah, I do. Because that ending was like, okay, we run out. The ending was pretty much like, oh, we're almost out of time. It's almost an hour and 36 minutes. Let's blow up the back of the ship. Laurence Fishburne dies, and we're gonna have one last scare to make you think that something bad happened.
So that one last scare, did you think that like that demon came out with that lieutenant?
We'll never know.
Because that's why I thought like, oh, they could
But
make
we thought that they went somewhere, and then we're led to believe that they're still stuck in the bad spot. But it turned out she's just crazy.
right.
She's like the only one.
We
Gonna have
don't know, yeah.
nightmares.
So let me ask you this, right? When this is the first time I've seen like a I guess like to hell and back demons in space travel.
Yeah, so it's probably
Now
the
that I
first time
thought
a lot of
about
people
it,
have seen
and
that.
I haven't seen Star Trek, right? Do they have a lot of religion in space travel that you've seen where like, oh, there's a priest on board?
On the original series, is
On
that what you're
any
talking about?
on any space thing that you've seen.
Yeah, they've had other space series that deal with like weird religions and make up religions. I mean, even
Oh
Star
no, no,
Trek
I'm
Deep
not
Space
talking
Nine.
about no, no, not I'm not talking about religion like an actual Catholic priest, like a father.
Not that I can remember.
Okay, because like I was thinking like let's just say that's the sequel to Event Horizon, right? That the demon is still on board somewhere and then
Oh,
it's
an
travel.
Exorcist.
Yeah, an Exorcist. Yeah.
No, I've never seen one with an exorcist on it. Because
So
most
that's
shows will explain stuff. But I mean, there's been shows where they have like religious leaders in it.
oh yeah, religious. You know what? Even Star Trek 5 is kind of like that if you think about it.
Yeah, that one was more geared towards real religion, like
Yeah,
Christian
religion. Yep.
religion.
But like I
Yeah,
never
but like
seen where like, hey father, we need you to come on board and do your exorcist thing into this spaceship. Like that's the thing that like, is it worth
well, they
it enough
probably
to see?
that was probably the sequel. After they get the Event Horizon front half to Earth, they probably exercised it, rebuilt it, brand new ship.
Yeah.
It's a nice ship. I did like the spaceship.
Oh yeah, the spaceship was very cool. I mean, like the way that they showed the outside. Like I mean, they were inside a lot, right? And I like the that one tunnel. It looks like they have knives sticking out. Like who the hell designed
Yeah,
this?
that is the one thing I could understand. Why is there all these knives and blades? Because even when the doors close, there's sharp points. I'm
Yeah,
like,
there's sharp points. Like what is
maybe
going
you
on
should.
here?
I mean, Sam Neill was a sick man when he designed that spaceship. So I got to
He
say,
is, and the core, right? The way that that core moves with the lights, it freaks me
yeah.
out a little. You're like, it's gonna be that exact perfect moment, right, where all the lights are facing at the same direction, and that's how that lady died with the sun.
Hey, you didn't get any motion sickness in any shots on
On
it.
some of the scenes I
Okay,
did.
that's what I thought. I
Yeah,
figured.
on
I said
some of
when I
the
watched this one
shot.
shot where they go up over the ship and down and around it, I thought,
Oh yeah,
Lance
it's
getting
in the
motion
beginning.
sickness.
Yo, yeah, I'm getting motion sick.
Yep.
I had to look away. I hate
That was a
that.
pretty good shot. That was a
It
pretty good
was
shot,
really
though.
good shot. You know, there's only
Let's do
several
something in
movies with
space.
this. I mean, like with this one, Unbreakable, when they turn a comic book around, I get motion sickness, and in Avatar,
Yeah.
in the space when the hypersleep, when they come out of hypersleep and everyone's moving around, the camera's turning, dude,
Yeah.
I might have to throw up and things like that.
Yeah, I also thought it was funny that spaceship gets stuck around Neptune instead of around Uranus.
Oh, you know, so that's the other thing I want to talk about. I was going to talk about that earlier, but I forgot. So traveling, that's why I brought up the point of like they were traveling from Earth, right? So it only takes 56 days to go from Earth to Neptune.
in
right.
that time period.
In that time period.
We couldn't even get to Mars that fast.
No, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, but you know what? Like, yeah, in that time, because, you know, space travel is going to eventually improve.
But we got to remember, this movie kind of does that little, it jumps the gun, because remember it says in 2015 they already did something. What did they do? Build a moon base or something? It starts off in 2015. I'm like,
oh,
why would you do that?
We can't use movie logic to real life, okay?
Well, they did.
Well, you know, they did. I mean, like, we can't use that as fact.
They're not that far in the future for us. So.
No, we're not. We always shot Artemis, right?
But the problem is so many people haven't seen this movie, so I guess it'll be okay.
Yeah. You know, it's his name like Artemis. I just keep thinking of Artemis. That's the only name that I hear like Artemis. That's not a name that I'm familiar with all the time.
Artemis Gordon.
Artemis Gordon. Oh, we need to do that because I only seen that movie one time.
Really? Oh my god!
I only seen
that movie. A lot
of
people
once.
hate that movie. I
wouldn't say I hate it.
Almost everybody I've met hates that movie. I actually like that movie.
I think because the expectation was so high.
Maybe so.
Then it brings you down.
I guess I didn't have high.
I remember seeing that with Cody and my sister in the theater, and like I don't think I can't remember now. Like I don't think it was that good, but we saw it.
We should see it again. I may not like it if I watch it again.
I might appreciate it this time.
I liked it. I watched it several times. I thought it was funny.
Huh. Wow.
I mean, I guess maybe that's the problem.
That's when movies still had theme songs back then.
Yeah, well, some of them did. If you had a Will Smith movie, it had a theme song.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Well, not all of them, because he didn't do Independence Day.
He didn't do Hitch.
But he did Men in Black. Well,
Hitchcock. Well, Men in Black definitely.
Oh. Yeah, I guess he only did 2 if we think about it. He only did Bad Boys.
Oh, he didn't have a song.
Oh, he didn't do. No. Oh, he didn't. Okay, I thought he did. Cut in on that. All right. Well, then he just got 2.
It was just those 2. I guess like very hip science fiction.
Yeah, because he only did Men in Black, and then he did.
Wild West. Yeah.
Which is funny. He did a video too.
Both songs are from the same name as the
director.
Movie. Oh, that's right, same director. But the song is still called what the movie was called, Wild West and Men in Black.
Well, come on, we watched Spaceballs.
I know.
Oh, we haven't aired that.
We haven't aired that. Sorry. But then you know what? Everything we do is pre-recorded anyway.
Yeah, so you're not gonna get.
But eventually, we will release Spaceballs.
But I would like to point out we don't edit anything either. So.
Yeah, we don't edit anything because that just takes too long and just.
Exactly.
I'm too lazy. Okay, I don't have the time. It's just easier for us to do this.
Yeah, you take the blame for that.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't edit. I couldn't edit there anyway, so I'm not there.
It's just too much time. Like it's too much effort and.
Now we don't have to apologize to anybody, Lamb.
Oh, I didn't say sorry. I was just too lazy.
Take it, stick it in your ear.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm not the only one anyway. Like people who want to do podcasts, right? It's just easier to talk and then just record.
Yeah. And this one is YouTube, so you can see us. I mean.
Yeah, YouTube. I have on Spotify. I mean, I don't have any like this movie. I don't have any props.
Exactly. We don't put our pants on, and.
Yeah, we don't have pants on. I'm so glad that you had to point that out. You know? Shorts are not pants. My wife told me that specifically. Right. Okay, shorts are not pants.
Shorts are not pants.
Neither is underwear, briefs, boxers.
All right,
and then I try to get past. That's an advertisement for a Simpsons game a long time ago called Hit and Run, right? And in this poster, Marge is driving, Homer's driving with Marge, and Marge is like, Homer, you're supposed to, you're way past the speed limit. And this is what Homer says, like, oh, speed limit is just a suggestion, just like pants. And I've been saying that ever since. Like, pants is just a suggestion.
Well, it depends on where you. It depends on where you work.
I guess it depends on where you go to.
Because
Yes.
I mean, I've worked at a lot of places where pants were the rules.
It's like it's dress code by default.
Yeah, by default. So.
So on this movie, I mean, like, I don't know enough of it, right? I don't even know they make toys. No, it's probably not enough of a marketing thing. No one's gonna be out there.
What was this rated? Wasn't this rated R?
Oh, this gotta be rated R.
No, there's not gonna be any toys.
Shoot, RoboCop has toys. Terminator has toys.
They did.
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch the movie. I could play with the toys. You know, you're right. I
Alien.
had Terminator toys, and I had RoboCop toys, and I couldn't even go watch the movie.
Yeah, Alien have toys.
Yeah. What kind of crap is that?
You can see my RoboCop up there.
Yeah, I remember I wanted Ed 209, and I was like, I was thinking in my head, oh, it's so cool, but that's all I knew about because I'm like, I can't watch the movie.
Ed 209. I recently saw a video, right? Someone re-edited like because Ed 209 is stop motion.
Yeah, I saw the re-edited one actually.
Oh, so you saw someone smooth it out, right?
I actually did see that.
The smooth it out was actually like, whoa, it looks actually realistic when they smoothed it out.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I actually still like the Ed 209 from the original RoboCop.
Oh, I do too.
New one. Even though the new one is impressive.
Oh, the new one is impressive, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
we talked about that a year ago now.
But I thought,
you know, from the Ed 209, I know we're off base, right? But this is happening. So Ed 209, right? The first time I saw him as a kid, I thought he can fly. Like it could,
really?
that's the it could return the Terrence, like I guess from a horizontal to vertical, and there would be jets coming out and it could fly. I mean, like even the bottom of the feet, right? I mean, they could probably design it like that, but
Yeah, that's cool because now we can go back to the movie. Because remember that guy? He gets blown off the ship and then he turns his oxygen on and he does a jet.
Oh, that's right. That's all the way cool back thing.
Because we know that because everybody's watched The Martian, which we haven't talked about yet.
Which we do.
They always go, "Oh, I'm going to do an Iron Man. I'm going to do an Iron Man."
Yes.
The Iron Man the whole movie, and then he kind of
does the Iron Man.
This guy did the Rocketeer or Boba Fett all the way back to the spaceship.
I love that. He's like, I told you I'm coming back, mother lovers.
Yeah, and he lands right on the front of the spaceship, and then he almost gets killed with him.
I thought he was going to die, right? Because this is a horror film, and one of the rules of a horror film that the black people always die. That's just so. But so when he lived, right? Well, I know. Even if they run away, right, they're gonna die. They make fun of that.
No, because I think that's wrong, girls. Because oh yeah, you're right. Because Scream 2, boom.
Yeah, Scream 2, and also Scary Movie 2. They made fun of that.
Yeah.
They make fun of that when the white people and the black people, and when the Ring brothers like, okay, you guys gotta stop splitting up, okay? And then the guy in the wheelchair, okay, you four, come with me. It's just the white people. And then the three of them is like, we're gonna die, y'all. So I was really surprised. Like, I'm pretty sure at that time, I think Scary Movie, I can't remember when it came out, right? But Paul Anderson, so I thought, like, we gotta stop killing the black people in horror films.
Because you didn't think his character was gonna die.
Shoot, I didn't think Laurence Fishburne was gonna die because he's the main lead.
You think he was the main hero? Yeah. Because that's the thing. When I couldn't remember, I thought he survives. I thought he was the only survivor. Actually. Yes. That's how I remember it. Because when I watched it again, I was like, he didn't survive at all.
Yes, because what happens at the door after he gave everybody plans and action missions what to do, right? When he talks to the lieutenant want to say something to him. Then he tells her to like, hey, close this door behind me. Then I'm thinking like, oh my God, what if he doesn't make it? Because I know his part of the plan was to blow that bridge up so it frees Lewis and Clark, right? And I'm thinking like, what if he doesn't make it? And he didn't. I did like that he did fight with, I guess, the possessed Sam Neill though.
Yeah, he did
like
fight
with the cutout.
If that was really even Sam Neill.
Oh, I mean like the monster was.
Well, that's the thing, because Sam Neill's body got disappeared. It may have just took on Sam Neill's.
Yeah, he just took on Sam Neill's body.
Because there's no telling what he was really seeing. Because at first he was seeing a crewman he lost.
Yes.
And then it turned into Sam Neill. So
that makeup was pretty good though with the eyes, and he's like just looking around like this, but he's not really looking. Like,
I don't need to see because he ain't got no eyes, man.
Yeah,
they really end up pulling eyes out of this movie.
They all really into pulling eyes out.
You know that scene you said where everybody's like tearing each other apart. You see it pulling the guy's eyes out.
Ah. Yeah, I was trying to watch it in not slow motion, but like pausing.
Apparently, you didn't watch it very good
because like you have to pause it in time, like pressing the remote, like whatever. I need to watch it on a computer where I can scroll through like a little frame by
Oh,
frame.
okay.
Then I can see like what the heck's going on.
Yeah, well, but yeah, that guy does a Superman. I know. Yeah, he does a Rocketeer.
Oh
or
yeah, he did
whatever
the
you call it,
Rocketeer
right?
thing when he's like, he's
Then he almost got killed.
you know, it's really funny. Like when he was flying out of there, when the explosion happened, he's flying with that part of the spaceship, right? And I'm thinking like, is this how he's gonna die? Then he keep coming back. I'm like, if he like, even if I was thinking like, man, if they kill this black guy, I'm gonna really piss because. He's like Captain Kirk. He escaped death once by flying off, right? Then he uses oxygen tank just to fly back to the spaceship. Yeah. And when he fly back to the spaceship with the cross-looking glass, I thought he was gonna die again.
Yeah, well, you thought he was gonna die,
but he shot him.
He survived.
But he kept coming back.
And here's the thing, though, and his job on the ship was the rescue.
Yes, he's the rescue.
His whole job was the rescue guy.
And he was the one that lost his cool in the beginning too, because he was the one who saw the first victim, that kid, get that guy sucked into the black hole.
Yeah, that guy out, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
And of course, he got a fight with Sam Neill, with Sam Neill calling him a liar.
Yes. Yeah, that was a weird scene too, and for me, I just thought it was a man of science. It's kind of like arguing with Sheldon Cooper or Leonard from Big Bang Theory. That
to me, it was
real.
Sam Neill just did not want to tell them what was going on.
Let me tell you something. I've been watching this show called Ted Lasso, right? So I want to throw this joke out there.
Okay.
And one of the character asked Jason Sudeikis' character, Ted Lasso, like, do you believe in ghosts? He's like, you know what? I do. But the most important thing is that they should believe in themselves. The delivery of his lines are so great. But I'm thinking like, yeah, you know what? The ghosts need to believe in themselves.
Well, these ghosts don't seem to have a problem.
I'm not even sure how many ghosts that they're dealing with. I think they're dealing with
We don't even know they're dealing with ghosts,
right?
Yeah, we don't even know they're dealing with ghosts.
Some kind of demon creature.
It's the ship, though. It's because, like, the thing is, like, let's say they have a bad memory or something goes on. If they touch the walls, they remember stuff.
Oh, yes. That's right. Laurence Fishburne also said, like, these are my fears, right? The things I never told anybody about.
Yeah, how does it know? The ship, he's inside the ship. Because that's the same thing as first officer tells him. Remember, she tells him what she thinks, and he just kind of like,
Yeah, he didn't want to believe it either.
That. And then he's touching the walls and stuff, and all the bad stuff's coming back to him.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of the stuff they're seeing is all in their heads.
Because, like, I thought they play on their fear at first.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, the fear of, like, losing a loved one for the doctor, the lady with the kid, like, no, I'm afraid I'll never see my son. Ooh.
Everybody had some bad memories. And that's the thing, you didn't see everybody's bad memories, because you never saw any of the first officers' things.
No, right? Like, never saw Lieutenant.
That's probably all the cutout stuff. They probably cut out all her stuff.
Oh, they probably cut all her stuff. That makes sense. Did we ever see Jason? No, we never saw DJs either. Jason Isaac.
Yeah, we never saw. Captain Lorca, as he's really.
Yeah. So basically, all the British people, like, if you're not American, we're not seeing your memories. I don't care. This movie.
We saw Laurence Fishburne. We saw his memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We saw all the Americans.
Yeah, all the Americans.
But that's the funny thing. I wonder if there's a British cut to it.
Oh, that's funny. Just see the British.
Well, think about it, because I wanted to point this out. Look, when they board the ship, who all gets on the ship first?
The Americans.
Yeah, but they didn't let anybody else get on.
That's right. Well, the black guy was American, right? He wasn't. Oh no, he was on there too.
Yeah, he was.
Oh my gosh! So that's how they
divide. Yeah, see, I mean, well, come on, you've seen Star Trek.
I have seen Star Trek.
Who gets to go on every away missions first?
Yes,
a Vulcan and 2 Americans.
Yes.
I'm joking. I should say that because they take Scotty a lot of times and Chekhov.
And they take Sulu, right?
And they take Sulu.
Yeah.
So,
I remember the first Star Trek.
It's a bad.
The J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie. He took Sulu immediately.
Yeah, I'm taking Sulu right now.
He just basically asked, like, who has combat training?
Yeah.
What kind of combat training do you have? Fencing. Okay. But then it turned out to be useful because they were fighting with a sword.
Yeah. Yeah, he needed it.
You know what? Let's do a badass movie. I love the Star Trek by J.J. Abrams. I love all of them by J.J. Abrams. Okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. So we can start the hating later.
I'm glad you shared that. I would like to start the hating right now, but I'm not going to.
Save it for a lot of time.
Well, the thing is, it gave me satisfaction when I went and watched Star Wars. I'm like, hey, you ruined Star Wars too.
I don't know about that. I don't want to agree on that yet. But we have a guy named David Filoni. I can't remember his name now. The one who did Oh, you know
Yeah, I
his
know.
name. He did the Mandalorian with
Yeah, and he also did the cartoons,
He did
the
well
Clone Wars and
he
so
did the
forth.
last two seasons. That's when I told you like that. That's when I
Yeah.
realized one season's about Ahsoka, one season's about Yoda.
Okay.
And those are really good. Like once
He did the
David
Clone Wars.
Filoni took over, right? Like the Clone Wars starts to get
Yeah,
even better.
but he ain't Abrams, so
He's not well. He's
thank
better.
God
He's
because
better than he's better than Abrams.
Abrams would have buried Star Wars.
Yeah, like he's better than Abrams. Obviously, he's kind of like to me like a George Lucas 2.0. David Filoni.
I think he's better than it. I think he's better.
He's better. Well, he could write, but I don't think he directs his own stuff. That's what happens when you write Star Wars stuff, right? Don't direct your own stuff. That's the formula there.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. We need to go back and revisit some of the stuff.
Well, we did the first three original
Yeah, we
trilogy.
need to go back and visit the first three.
Yeah, we need to do one, two,
I
and
don't
three.
know. I think I would probably. I trashed it and stuff, but I think if I watched it again, I'd probably enjoy it a lot more now.
Oh, I do enjoy a lot more. So let me tell you something. What I did this time for watching this movie, right, Event Horizon, instead of just watching in a movie and listening to the speakers, we don't have the best speakers, right? What I did, I sync up the Fire Stick with my headphones. So all the sound, all the little bits of like ambient noises, everything, right? Dialogue, music.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so much better. Just kind of like listening to it privately. I feel like I enjoy the movie better that way.
Sure.
I mean, like
So,
you
yeah.
probably
Well, yeah. I mean, some movies are made to, I think, because they do a lot of ambient noises and stuff to make a
right
movie,
just to get your
especially
attention
in a
levels
horror
over
movie.
here.
Yeah, especially in a horror movie.
Yes, in the
So,
horror movie. And you remember like there was some movies that you and I talked about. Like, why is the dialogue audio so low? I bet you when we
yeah, I
hear it
hate
on
that.
this, right, we pay better attention.
Probably so.
Because
But the dialogue shouldn't be so low on a
it
lot of movies either.
shouldn't because
It's just, they didn't
carries the story along.
exactly they didn't put it together. But I mean, ambient noise, because theater, they want it to sound like something sneaking up behind you.
Yes, that's what I like.
They want you to look behind
Like,
you.
kill. What? Where is this coming from? But when you're like
Oh,
when
it's just
you're
the
at
voices in
home,
my head.
I'm having a staff meeting.
Yeah. Quiet. I'm trying to watch the movie.
The voices in my head and myself are having a staff meeting, so I'll get back to you tomorrow. Hey, I'm glad that you I recommended this too, and then like you text me this week about well at least another movie that you recommended, so I
Yeah.
can't wait to watch that. I know
Yeah.
I like this one. I actually talked to my wife before I came up on here, to start our deal, right? And I like,
Yeah.
why didn't I watch this when Cody recommended this to me 20 years ago?
So no. I mean, I don't know why I got it, but I mean, it had something to do with space. And I'm sure that's why I saw it because I'm sure I saw the trailers over time and eventually came across it in the
Yeah.
bin because I bought it on DVD.
I want to say that if I watched this
I
like
still have it.
99 or when
Yeah,
when it
but
was
we
still
probably would have
brand new.
enjoyed it as much as we did now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would
because there's so
enjoy
much
it as
other
much.
stuff going on. Because, like I said, I hardly remember it. But now I watch it now, I'm like, I'll remember it. It's
Well,
pretty good.
there's some of the stuff that we watched recently that I hardly remember now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like if
like
something
you
I
told
watched
me,
for the first time.
memory's the first thing to go. So good
Yeah,
luck.
memories are first to go. At our age now.
Well, that's probably a good thing. I'd hate for a lot of the other things.
It's
I'd
kinda
hate for
like-
a lot of there's a lot of other things I'd hate to go. Well, actually, my hair started going. My brain did,
Well, I
but-
want to say like if it's a good movie, right? But it's like if I don't watch it enough, it's like the memory goes. But if it's a bad movie, I remember everything about that movie. I still
Oh,
remember
yeah.
Howard the Duck.
I know. I'm
Why?
sorry.
Like it's taking up memory
I know.
space. It needs to go.
And I recommended that one too,
Well, you recommended that one because like
based on a memory, and then I saw it
based
again. I
on
was
the
like,
memory.
oh my god, how did I? What kind of nightmare was this?
So we need to go
Well,
back,
let me
right?
put it this: young Shane enjoyed it, but older Shane is like, this is garbage.
So I'm so glad you brought at that point. So eventually we need to revisit Short Circuit. I remember enjoying that as
Oh,
a
I'll
kid
bet
a
you.
lot.
Oh, I'll watch it. I'll bet you. I'll still love it. If you put robots in it, it's good. I don't give a crap what age you are.
That's true. Like even it's like close to one.
I
What
mean,
is a science
come on.
fiction movie you enjoy that you would think suck, but you haven't rewatched it yet? You just think
Oh.
that it sucks.
The things that suck. I can't think of one.
So you still like Weird Science, right?
I like Weird Science. It's okay.
I did too because even though
But
the
I
science
also
thing
watched
makes
it when I was
sense-
older too. I watched it when I was older too.
What
I
is
think
a
it's. I mean, it's
sci-fi
funny. It's. I mean, I'll judge it for what it was though. It was a '80s comedy made by a certain director that makes that type of
Yeah.
movies.
You know what? Star Wars is something I watched as a kid. But like besides Star Wars, right? I didn't know how many science fiction movies were in the 80s at the time.
I can't think of that much stuff I
Well,
watched in the
we
'80s.
watched The Last Starfighter. That's a science fiction movie.
Yeah, and I still
I
liked it.
still
Like
like
Star
that.
Wars.
Actually, that was the first time watching it. I still like it.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I
I
like how
enjoyed it when I
I
was
like how
young,
it
and I liked
ended.
it. And I liked it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked it when I was young, and I still like it.
I mean, like, I like how this movie ended too, because like, hey, it's possession by demons, right? You don't need to tell me anything else.
But it's
How
not just
it ended was
sci-fi.
fun.
It's like Goonies. Okay, we watched Goonies when we were young.
Goonies never
Still great
say
today.
die.
I mean, Back to the Future,
Yes.
Ghostbusters.
You know what? Ghostbusters is that movie is going to push me on the edge right now.
Oh,
Because
really?
but the only
Why?
reason I said that is because like that movie's all out of the place. None of the math or the time sequence makes sense, right? But we don't apply it to other movies that follow those same rules. That's what I'm upset about.
I'm sorry, it's Ghostbusters. I mean,
No, it's
I'm
Back to
sure
the
if
Future.
Egon was still around, he could explain it perfectly to you, and it would make sense.
No, Back to
but-
the Future, not Ghostbusters.
Oh, Back to the Future.
Yeah, it's the
Oh, okay. I
ghost.
thought you meant.
It's the traveling in time rule, right? That they use in other movies. That
Oh,
no,
okay.
that will never work that way. But it's okay for Back to the Future.
It seems to be okay.
I feel like everybody should be more upset at Back to the Future now because all of us are smarter.
Well, not all of us. I mean,
I'm sorry, most of us are
It's-
smarter.
You can't use most of us. Do not watch the news.
Some, a small
There's a
percentage
few
of
of
us.
A few of us are
are
smarter.
smarter. Where you're like,
And a few of us still will get it, but a lot of people will not get it, and they will never get it.
Back to the Future could have been a
'Cause I
2-minute
watch,
story. That's
I
it.
watch people when they come up with they finally like people watch it nowadays, and they finally come up with the idea. And a lot of people are still not even know what they're talking about. And these other people are patting themselves on the back because they come up with the same thing we came up with. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're in the same room we are. Just
I
quit
need to
patting yourself
rewatch
on the
the
back.
Tomorrow War. We need to do that one time.
We need to watch tomorrow War
Because
I
it's
really
the
want to
time
crash it.
traveling.
Yeah,
Time
they're
travel
going
and
to fight a
space
world.
travel.
They're going to fight a war in the future. I would be like, no way. I'll wait till it gets here. Because why would I go to the future to fight a war? No, that's just ridiculous. No,
That's the thing.
that's
the thing.
that's like Doc Brown coming back and saying, "Hey Shane, your kids are gonna be jerks. Can you want to go forward with it?" I'd be like, "Why don't I just beat them when they come out on the real world? Okay, they'll be all right. Everything will be good."
Yeah, but then with you knowing your future, wouldn't it be harder to like have kids at that moment? Isn't that the thing that jeopardizes the
It's
future?
always hard to have kids right any moment because nobody wants to go. But anyhow, no, you're right. I don't know. I'm thinking it.
I think these facts, like the kids thing, right? These facts should be shared after you have kids.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I'm thinking though, if you're told the future, you could fix it.
You could prevent it, yes.
You could prevent it. I mean, it's like somebody saying, "Oh, well," it's like, "Hey, if you're smoking, you're eventually going to have a heart attack." Well,
You know,
yeah, you could stop smoking right
you know
now
what?
and not have one.
We do that all the time. Let's just say you and I live in the same area, right? And I'm like, hey Shane, you need to avoid like Main Street because there's a major accident.
And I'll be like,
That's
"Of course I
you
will.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot
just
of people
preventing
there.
your future. Yeah.
I'll
See,
never
I
go
already
there
changed your
because that's
future.
where everybody's at." Yep. See, I'd be like, "Ma'am, I would never use Main Street because that's where everybody's at."
Yeah. Well, you know,
I
but
don't go with
I'm
people
saying
there.
like if that's the only road you travel, like you know,
Oh, yeah, I'd stay at home. But hey, thanks for saving my life.
it's like that part in Minority Report where they throw the red ball. Like how do you know it's gonna fall?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
just
did
think
it.
it's gonna fall, but I mean, it's gonna fall because of gravity.
Yes.
Duh. That's a given. That was actually a dumb deal. Go, hey, I would have been like, "You're a jerk, Tom Cruise."
I'm just thinking right now, like I could change my future all the time. You know, I could say
We change our futures all the time, especially when we go to a place that's got a lot of different things to pick you on the menu. I mean,
I could be eating a hot dog right now, but I'm eating a
yeah, I could
cheeseburger.
eat this or eat this. One of them may give you really bad gas. You just prevent yourself from making a fool of yourself somewhere else.
Hey, just
or hurting all
speaking
day
of
and trying
bad
to hold
gas,
it in.
do you have Taco
'cause-
Bell over where you are?
I'm sure there's a Taco Bell somewhere, but I will not eat Taco Bell.
Oh, there's only one item that I would like to eat at
Nasty old
Taco Bell.
I hate
Mexican
Taco Bell.
pizza is coming back next Thursday, and
Really?
that will be
We're-
the only thing I
we're
eat
pushing-
that Thursday.
We're pushing this.
Yes. Oh, well, I'm not pushing anything. I feel like every time I talk about Taco Bell, right, I think about Demolition Man.
I think. Well, yes.
That's
Yes.
always what I go to, like Taco Bell. It's Demolition Man.
Every time I think about that, I think about the three seashells. But
Yeah, see, it's
and,
Taco Bell and
and
the three
how would you
seashells.
use them?
You don't have to worry about it.
Well, I don't, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
never gonna happen.
Yeah, see, it's never gonna happen. It's kind of like Taco Bell. Like we don't have to worry about that. You know, the franchise wars and things like that.
Yeah, good thing, because man, I would starve to death, because I'm like, I'm not eating Taco
Yes.
Bell.
Oh, you know what's really thing? Speaking of Event Horizon and this thing about from Paramount, right? I think besides this movie, I haven't seen the bridge kind of like set out like Star Trek, where the captain sits in the middle and the crew is
Yeah,
all around. I
on this show they did.
On this one they do.
Yeah, they had a commander in the center, and
Yeah, but like on it wasn't a space travel like Passengers. Well, we didn't get to see how the
we never
bridge
saw the
was.
bridge.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
sure
think
the
of
bridge
another movie.
operated. Didn't they? Did we? I thought we did see the bridge. Didn't they have like a control room?
They do, but you would never see people like controlling it. So I don't know where
Yeah,
the
we never got
placement
to
of the
that point,
crew.
but I'm sure. it works that way.
Yeah, and
It works
the
just
other
like Star
thing I
Trek.
learned from this movie is like don't go to Neptune. Okay, I don't know where they were.
Actually, I know. Here's what I learned. I am never going to get on anything with Sam Neill on it. Let's put it that way.
Oh yes.
Come on, if you aren't getting killed by alien demons, space demons, you're gonna get killed by dinosaurs.
I wouldn't go
So
as far as Sam Neill, but I would go as far as like I don't want to go with any kind of scientist.
I do, because I hate to tell you, NASA. Everybody works at NASA and goes into space as a scientist.
Oh, I mean like on a mission like that. I mean I would go with regular passengers. Like hey, we're going to Neptune. It's like 78-day trip. Okay, I'll check it
Now
out.
I would pick scientists because see, let me put it this way. Here's what a ship of scientists going to Neptune looks like: the
Okay.
Enterprise. Here's what a ship of passengers looks like. It's either Passengers the movie or Wally the movie.
Oh, I think of Wally. So when I think of scientists, right? I think of like Alien. I think of
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Well,
because like when you have a group of
yeah,
experts going somewhere, right? Like, hey, this is not a vacation, all right? We're
they're
not going
very
to the day
exciting.
spa.
Let me tell you. Otherwise, you're just drinking a Slurpee.
I'm like, I feel like if I'm going with people with like scientists like that, like, man, I think I'm the bait.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. You got to think of Passengers. They almost lost the ship, and on Wally, they almost
I'm
lost
not
the ship.
thinking Star Trek, okay? It's not a
I
mission.
am.
I'm talking
Just don't
about
put a
going.
red. Hey, just don't put a red shirt on. You will
I'm,
be okay.
I'm talking about going for leisure. I'm not
Okay.
going on a mission with anything
Why
like
would
that.
you
All right?
go on leisure to Neptune?
Oh, I don't know because it's a place I've never been before. It's kind of like why would I want to go to Japan? I see those things as the same thing.
But we know what we want to go to Japan for. We see what's there.
What do you want to do in Japan?
Look at awesome cars.
Oh, okay. I want to check out Super Nintendo World, Disney, and I would like to eat
Oh wow, do that here in America.
cars. I'm pretty sure you'll see like
We could do it in America too. Yeah, you're right.
even in Hong
Hey,
Kong, you
guess
could do
what?
that.
There's no reason to even go to Japan now. Thanks a lot. Thanks for ruining it for me.
How's that?
I don't know. I don't really want to go to Japan now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I might want to. They got that big Gundam robot.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that.
That's what we want to
You
go
know
see
what?
now.
You know what Japan has? They have the money to build this, right? But it's not for anything. Isn't it just for show? Or did
Yeah,
they
it's just for show.
yeah, it's not
It's
like
I can't do nothing. It just moves around,
it just can move
slides around a
forward.
little
Like
bit. It
it
just
walks
kind of
like
moves.
3
I
steps.
think
Like
it'd be neat if we could do jumping jacks.
but then like in America, we don't have anything like that. We don't just spend the money for the heck of it. Like who is funding that Gundam robot, which is pretty cool by the way.
The Gundam company.
Oh, so they
Store.
just make enough money
It
from
sells models. You see how much the model kits cost? That.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have a Gundam character right there.
Yeah,
I
I
love
don't own
I
any.
love
I
Gundam.
don't own any Gundam robots. You know why? Because it costs more than anything I
Hey,
can afford.
I play the games and
It's like, huh?
everything.
Buy a Hot Toys or buy a Gundam robot?
Ooh, I would buy a hot
Oh
toy.
no, yeah, everybody would
I
open.
think one
I
of my
mean, hot,
friends.
but you don't see Hot Toys build anything like a gigantic Iron Man or anything.
I think one of my friends has the Ed 209 and in the hot toy.
Well, secretly though, the Gundam robot is actually being built in case Godzilla actually comes alive and it does come out of the ocean to attack Japan.
And then we have Gundam as our last hope and our
Yep,
first hope.
Gundam, yeah.
Hey, I have a
Gundam.
question to ask you. I know this is off topic on monsters,
Well,
right?
we've already been off topic.
Okay.
We went to
Is
talk about Taco
Godzilla some
Bell.
kind of mutant?
I don't know.
Because he can shoot lasers or some kind of fire breath, like.
Dude, he's a lizard that got shot by a nuclear fallout.
So he's a mutant.
Yeah, once you put yeah.
Is King Kong a mutant?
He didn't get nuclear fallout. It's just something from the old days.
He's just really big, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's way back. Yeah, because way back in the old days, snakes were bigger than cars.
So technically,
so were butterflies.
Godzilla should win all the time. Because he doesn't even have to get close to King Kong. You just shoot him with that nuclear blast.
Come on, if you're shooting lasers and stuff at your face, how can you not win? I mean, well, I don't know. We see Cyclops in the X-Men. He doesn't ever win.
Well, it depends on. He fights a person like you and me. He's definitely going to win.
Yeah, he's going to win. I'll be like, dude, you win. I'm going home.
There's nothing else.
Yeah, I'll be like, there's not even going to be a fight, man. You win. Take it. Bye. I'll see you later.
Yes. Okay, well, I think it's time for us to wrap it up. I want to say thank you for staying in tune. If you were listening this long, that means...
I want to say thank you for listening too, because, man, if you could listen to that, you're awesome.
But you know what? Maybe some people don't have anything to do, but until next time...
Hey, everybody's listening because they got something to do. It's called listening to us.
Yes. Well, until next time...
We're just inflating our egos. It's okay.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.